Hey guys, Cannibal Unicorn here, and I'm here with my friend Riley.
Hi.
Hi. We're starting this new thing where we're going to be talking about kind of our favorite movies, and we're going to be doing reviews and analyses of our favorite movies because Riley and I are big movie buffs, and we do it all the time. So we thought, hey, why not put it on YouTube and
Get some of that
get
fancy ad revenue.
get some of that fancy ad revenue on my ad-free channel. Um, Riley.
Yes, yes.
I'm joking. Okay, so today what we're doing is, since it's the end of the year, we were discussing doing a top 10 movies of the year list. Riley and I, so we've written our top 10. Oh, my dog sneezed. We've written our top 10 movies of the year. I have a few honorable mentions as well, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth from 10 all the way to 1, name our movies, and do a quick blurb, I guess, of why it was our favorite movie, what we loved about it, something like that. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. But do you want to start off, Riley, with your number 10? Or do you have any honorable mentions first?
I don't know. Honorable mentions this year. I didn't really have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really have any. So you go with
I
your
have
honorable
four.
mentions. You
I have
got
I
four.
have four because I had a lot of favorite movies, but they weren't
Stop
in my top
liking
10.
movies.
I know it's horrible. No, it's been a good year for movies, I think. So my honorable mentions were Tomb Raider. I thought was a really good video game movie adaptation. Not
Mm,
perfect, but
mm.
good. Insidious: The Last Key. It got really shit reviews, but I think a lot of them were way too hard on it. I think it's a solid horror movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Mum and Dad, which is kind of indie
Oh, is
movie,
that the
but
Nick? That's the Nick
yeah,
Cage one, right?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks so funny. Like
It
stupid
was
funny.
it was insane. It's like a crazy dark comedy, really creative, really original. Would recommend. And The Predator, which was just fun, but not a
Yeah, I didn't.
not a
I
great movie,
agree.
but fun.
I did really enjoy.
I should have also said before, spoilers alert for
Oh,
movies, just
okay.
in case, and other movies as well. I might do a list in the description of what movies we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Because
We'll see how
sometimes
it
people
goes.
just want to find out without having to, skip all
Yeah,
the talking.
but yeah, we might say
So,
things that may be considered spoilers. So you've had all year to watch them, so it's not our problem.
yeah. And if you don't care, then nah.
Yeah.
Then come on in. Sit by the hearth.
Yes. All right, let's start. What was your number 10 movie of the year, Riley?
My number 10 for 2018 was Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald.
Ooh, I haven't seen this
I
one.
You haven't seen this one because
Not a Harry Potter
Jackson
fan.
doesn't like Harry Potter. It's
I don't not like it. I'm just not a fan. But why was it your top 10? Why was it
It
your
was
number 10?
top. Well, 10 because both movies. I really like Fantastic Beasts. The first one is really enjoyable. I just love all the Fantastic Beasts.
Yep.
They're just and the whole and just you can't deny that the Harry, the Wizarding universe, the Wizarding world is just drawn so many people in, and it just at this point it's just amazing to see it again. I don't know.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
the second one was not as. It had more of the stuff I liked, but the new stuff like Grindelwald and
Mhm.
some of it didn't land. I didn't like Dumbledore as much.
Yeah.
Um, Fantasy Beasts are great. Newt Scamander is so hot. He's so hot.
He is pretty.
And overall, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So
Fair
that's
enough.
why it's my number 10.
My number 10. And it's a new series, I guess, for me. It was Avengers Infinity War.
Uh,
Um,
only I'm so offended.
Let me tell you why. So for everyone here, the only Marvel movies I saw before this year were Spider-Man: Homecoming and Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never been a big superhero fan, but I loved Guardians, loved Spider-Man, and my friends have coerced me into watching them this year.
Forcefully.
Yeah, I did quite enjoy most of them, and I was really impressed with Infinity War. I thought it did a lot of it was a really cohesive movie considering the amount of content in it. The villains is what what put it onto my number 10 list because in a good way. because I'm not a massive fan of superhero movies, but yeah, I loved all the villains in it. I loved Ebony Maw and I loved Thanos. I think that they were really fleshed out, really well designed, and that's why it was one of my favorites of the year. The villains.
The villains, not the
The
movie.
villains, yeah. What was your number nine,
No.
Riley?
Oh, I expected that would be a lot higher.
No, yeah.
My
I thought
number
it was
nine
going to be
is
two, but didn't end up
mm,
being.
no, my number nine. I don't know if we controversially for you, but is Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You forgot about Pacific Rim?
Oh, then I wouldn't have put it on my list though.
You
But
wouldn't put it
continue.
in this. It's not a good movie. It is a
No.
much inferior sequel. For those of you who haven't seen Pacific Rim, watch it. It's just the funnest film you'll find. Characters are all terrible, but the robot fights and the special effects and the world is just mwah, mwah.
Yeah.
Sequel kind of missed that. I think it changed the aesthetic of. I know it's meant to be like 10 years later or whatever, but the aesthetic of the robots, it felt more anime and less grounded, which I kind of loved about with the last one. There were some. The characters were better, but still kind of not great. But I must say that the fights were enjoyable. I really loved
Definitely.
um, the robot one, Black Obsidian. I thought that was really cool. How to see a Jaeger on Jaeger fight. I thought that was really fun. Big two giant robots.
It's a really good
And
popcorn movie.
it's a good popcorn movie, and the only reason it's because I was between this and Fantastic Beasts. I didn't really like the order.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused, but I enjoyed and didn't find so many annoying things in Pacific Rim. So
Fair enough. I
if you like what you see, go see it, but don't expect much. So
Yeah.
that's my number.
Pacific Rim Uprising kind of lacked the Guillermo del Toro flair that I.
Definitely.
Del Toro is my favorite all-time director, and it felt like it was lacking charisma for me.
Mhm.
That's why it wasn't
And
on
it-
my list.
And it's very corny.
Yes, but
To its detriment.
I liked some of the kaiju designs, and it was
I
fun.
didn't like them.
Oh, fair enough. Not as good as the first, definitely.
Nah, first one's mwah, so good.
My number 9, and this is maybe the only time ever you'll hear me say that a drama movie is in my top 10 list of the year, because
Oh my
normally
gosh.
not a fan of drama movies. A Star is Born,
Yeah.
and it's not just because Lady Gaga's in it, and I'm a fan.
It's a good percentage though.
Yeah, it makes up a percentage of it. No, but I adored the. I found the story really personal and relatable in a lot of ways. In terms of, have you seen it?
I didn't end up seeing it, but
Okay.
I still plan to.
Okay,
At some
I'll
point.
try to do it at least spoilery as possible in that case. But I related a lot to the relationship between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in it, their characters, in terms of the functionality and the dysfunction. And I thought it was just overall really well done, well shot. The music was great considering I don't like that sort of music. Performances were bone chilling at sometimes and beautiful and heartwarming at others, and yeah, it was just really, really overall well done in my opinion. That's why it's number 9 for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely plan to see it because I
It's
heard
worth the watch. Yeah,
I heard both of them did very well.
I'm hoping it's going to get some Grammys and stuff, especially her singing her harmonizing flawless. What's your number 8, Riley?
My number 8 is, funnily enough, lots of these are sort of blockbustery sort of movies. I didn't see too much small stuff this year. Is Ant-Man and the Wasp, which they are Ant-Man and the whole sort of superpower. They are my favorite superheroes. Like I love them. I just love shrinking and all the silliness that entails from that. And I really like the first Ant-Man, but on consecutive watches, not great. But I just love Scott Lang. No, I really liked Paul Rudd.
Yep.
In it, he's just so funny, and the second one is definitely better than the first, but it's kind of missing something. It's a good film, but I can't really. It's kind of middle of the road Marvel, where it's enjoyable. You can't really have anything negative to say about it, but it's still fun and it's got good jokes and all good performances. one thing I did really enjoy about it is villain. It was the villain because the last one, especially, and a few others like Doctor Strange, have had a habit of just having, oh no, it's Ant-Man but evil,
Yeah.
and it gets really tiring.
And
So
evil for the sake of being evil.
not even that, just the
Yeah.
same power set where I'm just
Right.
like,
Gotcha.
there's no interesting or anything kinetic about it. So with this film, I don't know if you know, but there's the villain's ghost, and she can move through like solid objects,
Oh.
and that made for some very interesting fights
Oh.
where like they'd throw tables at her and she just walk through them, and it was some very good. The special effects were good.
Hmm.
Overall, it's fun. It's funny. It's not the best Marvel, but it gets my top 8.
Nice. Um, my number 8, and it's going to be a movie that Riley and I are going to review very soon because I've been talking about it nonstop for almost a week now. Is Bird Box. Um, I adored this movie. It's if you don't know, because it's only just come on Netflix now. Sandra Bullock stars in it, and it's basically end of the world. People, it's like a mass hysteria. People are being forced to kill them, or not being forced. They start to kill themselves en masse, and it leads to. Oh, it's hard to describe in one sentence, but the reason why I absolutely adore this movie is not because it's the concept of mass suicide and stuff is terrifying, which it is. Not because of that. I absolutely adored the metaphor that they use in the horror of it, and my favorite horror movies, like some of them are later on this list, are the ones where they use a horror theme as a metaphor or allegory for a real life horror. So in this case, it was, in my opinion, child abuse, and they used the horror of the mass suicide and the horrible imagery in the movie and stuff as a metaphor for that. And we're going to talk. I want to talk about it a lot more when we do our review for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think solid acting, terrifying concept. It has a lot of problems. It's not perfect, but I think it's being reviewed really harshly. Like it's only getting 60s and 50s out of
No.
100, and yeah, I was kind of not impressed by that. I think it deserved a lot better, but yeah, worth a watch if if you want to watch a deep kind of thriller movie.
Yeah. No, it was. I really enjoyed it. I felt I had seen it too recently to know where I
Yeah,
felt to put it on the list.
yeah, fair enough.
So I felt I would give it a bit of time. But yeah, I'm definitely keen to talk about that
Yeah,
today.
because I came out of it and I had like 1,000 ideas. I
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
it.
it really does that.
All right, number 7, Riley. What's your number
Number
7?
7. This is going to be a quick one. I don't have much to say.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther. Black Panther is similarly to Ant-Man and the Wasp, a very good film. This I won't deny for a fact that this film has lots of cultural importance
Definitely.
for many people who want to see superhero representation on the big screen.
Yes.
It's well directed, superbly acted. One of the best villains in the Marvel cinematic universe. Um, I I really think Killmonger was very
He
good.
was good.
Some of the humor in this film though did not land.
No.
It tries to do that sort of Marvel quippiness, and it
Yeah.
falls flat because it's not that type of movie. The music is my favorite of any
Yes.
Marvel film. I love it. Black Panther's theme with the is so it gets me hyped. Really good. Um, and the world of Wakanda is adorable. Not adorable, amazing. Um, Another huge detriment to the film is the CGI is very poor in
It
some
is,
scenes.
isn't it? I was really surprised by how bad it was at a lot of times.
The final fight with on there's this like underground railway.
Yeah.
It's rubber people.
Yeah.
Like it's really noticeable, the movements and the texture, and I feel like if they had dropped most of the jokes and had really put more money into doing up the special effects, this would be a lot higher on my list. But as it is a very good Marvel film, which I would rate. I'd say that if you're a fan of Marvel films and you know what you're getting into, definitely give it a watch.
Definitely. It's I found it a very average Marvel movie. It was solid, but very average for me.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, my number seven was Mission Impossible Fallout.
Ah,
Um,
that. Yeah.
I think I think it's just a near flawless action movie, and the reason why it's not higher on this list, because I would have given it, a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10, is because there were some really good horror movies that came out that I found better.
Comparatively,
um,
comparatively.
yeah, so it is a near perfect action movie. Tom Cruise, a lot of people don't like him. Just watch it anyway. He's so good. The action sequences, like most of them were shot live, real stunts. It was actually him.
That man is a maniac. He will
Yeah,
throw himself into anything.
but it shows because like you're
It
watching
does.
it and you're like on the edge of your seat, holding your breath, and it's so. Oh,
Mm.
it's very good. It's
Ooh.
very pretty. The story is, I found, also the best one out of any of the Mission Impossibles because it kind of ties in with some of his past, some of the past villains that he's locked up, and the the concept of Fallout is he's making up for all the fallout of his choices throughout the series, which I found
Yeah.
quite interesting, as well as nuclear fallout.
Mm.
um, but yeah, definitely worth a watch. One of the best action movies I've ever seen.
Mm.
Your number six, Riley.
My number six is Deadpool 2.
Oh,
Um, I don't think you've never really been a keen fan of the Deadpool series, have you?
I know. I loved the first one.
You did? Hey,
Absolutely loved it.
Did you see Deadpool 2?
I did last time I visited. On the
You
last night I
did.
was there, you weren't there.
Sorry.
I didn't like Deadpool 2.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I personally did like Deadpool 2. I
Yeah.
think it is a much superior sequel.
Mhm.
I feel like it embraced the zaniness of Deadpool more because the first one, the most zany thing was Deadpool.
Yeah.
But I liked how in the second one they introduced Cable, who's like basically the Terminator.
Yeah. He was
Um,
cool.
who was very cool. They had like all the weird mutants, the X Force,
Mhm.
the and there's a mysterious villain in it who I was very happy to see on the big screen.
Mhm.
Um, and it was just really good. There was I laughed hysterically. There were lots of jokes that didn't land, but that's what you get with that sort of film.
Yeah.
The acting I was okay. The kid in it, who's also in Hunt for the Wilder People, Julian Dennison, I think
Yeah.
his
He was
name
good.
is. He was good, but he set the bar so high because I love him in Hunt for the Wilder People, and he was okay in it.
Yeah.
Cable was sort of stoic. He didn't, unlike in Infinity War, he wasn't really, he didn't get any. There was nothing to his character as much. He was a sort of gruff Terminator guy, who he's the straight man that Deadpool can bounce off. But Ryan Reynolds
He's always
looks like
good.
it looks like he's having fun.
Definitely.
Every single thing he does for that film. So if you're looking for a good superhero comedy, then
R-rated.
sure, give it R-rated. Don't go see the
Come
the-
watch it, kids.
no.
I was very disappointed with Deadpool 2. It was fun and it was okay, but compared to the first, I just did not enjoy it half as much as I enjoyed the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. My number six is Upgrade. And
Oh God.
have you watched it yet?
I have not seen Upgrade.
Okay. Again, I won't
That,
spoil
I have a
it.
feeling that would have made my list.
Yes,
but I
it would
didn't
have.
see it,
Because I know
so-
you, I know what you like, and you would have liked Upgrade.
Yeah. Venom, but good from the sounds of it.
Oh, it's so Lee Whannell directed, wrote, and produced it. Lee Whannell, I think, is one of the most underrated horror movie contributor, because he's not really a director, right? Because he does everything in a lot of horror movies. I think he's one of the most underrated people in horror at the moment. He
Is he sort of the person who sort of makes all the good stuff behind the scenes and no one really gets
yeah,
to,
well, he's an actor too. He acts, directs,
Oh, yes?
writes, produces. Yeah, he does a lot.
Holy
He did the
smokes.
entire Saw series. He wrote the Insidious movies. He did Cooties, which is a horror comedy that I adore.
Oh, I do know. I know that one. Yeah. I've seen that.
yeah,
Well, I haven't
he-
seen the movie, but I've seen trailers.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, Upgrade is his best movie by far. He blows it out of the
Really?
water. It is a perfect sci-fi thriller movie. It's incredibly visceral and violent. It's the camera work in it is exquisite, and I can't even describe. You kind of, if you see the trailer for it, you'll see how kinetic it is. The story is, um, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it takes a lot of really good things from other movies. It puts it into one really compelling story that you're really drawn into, and you feel for the main protagonist. As I said, it's kind of a revenge story, but yeah, it's really violent, really well
Mm.
shot, looks beautiful. There's a lot of really cool futuristic technology in it. Um, it's a near perfect sci-fi movie in my opinion. And again, I would have put it higher on my list, but there were movies that I enjoyed more this year, unfortunately. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey guys, Cannibal Unicorn here. Just a quick interruption. We this discussion Riley and I had ended up going for way longer than we intended. So I've had to break the video up into two parts. This was part one. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna upload part two soon. And we just continue the conversation for the top 5 movies of the year that we enjoyed the most. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and stick around for part two. It'll be up soon. Thanks for watching.